Hello and welcome to Indian Story. There is nothing more beautiful and exciting than story. Everybody has a story. In fact, the story is a light. Now let's watch what this story has to say.
I am Dr. H.K. Chopra. I am a senior consultant cardiologist at Medanta Moolchand Heart Institute, which is a part and parcel of Moolchand Medcity, New Delhi. When I became a doctor, my father was not so happy. My father really wanted me to be a farmer because he has some land after we came out from Pakistan in Haryana, and he wanted me to take care of the land. We never felt that we are nothing. We felt very happy because we had very good family values, and I enjoyed every moment of my life. I was born in Indore, somewhere in 1950, 2nd of November. When I was born there, this was immediately after 4 or 5 years of partition. My father was from a royal family, but they were like crushed in the partition. So he came down almost nothing from whatever he was, and he went to Indore. He started some business of a jewelry business. He failed. He could not succeed. Then he joined some weaving factory business. There also he could not succeed, but he had diplomas in engineering. And it is those diplomas which really worked, and he looked after us. I am from a so-called royal family, but I never saw the royalness because I was born in Indore. I saw all tragedies in my life. We were staying in only 2-bedroom house, 10 members, you can imagine. And I had no shoes, I had no wristwatch, I had no cycle with me. I went to medical college without a cycle, without a wristwatch. And when I used to go to school, I had no shoes. Sometimes I used to walk on that coal tar heated roads. I used to jump and walk because I could not bear the heat. And then I used to wear, sometimes I used to wear the shoes which were given to me by NCC. So NCC shoes, NCC shorts. And my father could manage to get me only a t-shirt. So that's how I had my time. But I really enjoyed. We were very happy people. My parents were my role model. They really taught me humility, simplicity, and they also told me the biggest thing in life, beta, for you is please maintain your character. Rest, everything will follow. They are very simple, very humble, and highly spiritual. My mother will never give me food or meals or breakfast till I read some spiritual book. So they are all the teachings in my life, and they really imbibed and nurtured every cell of my body. My mother was highly spiritual. She has taken the name of Radha Swami. She used to believe in Radha Swami. She used to take me to satsang. I used to accompany her very often. She used to take me to gurdwaras. She was very fond of going to gurdwaras. My father was a simple and a hard-working man. So the values I learned from them. They had not seen much money when they came back from Pakistan. So they had a hard time, and I learned from them that hard work is the only way. There is no solution to go up in life, up to your expectation. You work hard, and rest everything will follow. We were 5 sisters and 5 brothers, including me. We lost 2 sisters. We lost 3 sisters are alive, and my 4 brothers are alive. My eldest sister name was Kanta, second one was Guddo, third was Usha, fourth was Vimla, fifth is Sushma. My eldest brother is about 84, 85 now, His name is Ghanshyam. Second is Harish. Third is Mahesh. Fourth is me. I am the 8th child. Out of 10 children, I am the 8th child. And following me, I have one brother, one sister. My brother is Narendra Kumar Chopra. He is also a doctor. He is in Malaysia and he lived in America and WHO. And my youngest sister name is Sushma. So we are 10. Two sisters passed away and others are all here. And we have very good relationship, very good connection. I got married somewhere in 1979 and I was from Indore, my wife is from Delhi. She was in Delhi Harding Medical College. I passed out from there. She's a wonderful lady. I should not appreciate her too much because whatever I am today is only because of her. Without her support, I'm zero. She gives me a lot of emotional support. She gives me a lot of inspiration. She sacrificed her life for me. I'm a very devoted, dedicated, hard-working doctor. I was not taking care of children too much. And I requested my wife that you stay at home, you take care of children. Profession will leave it to me. I'll work hard for the family and work hard for my patients. So we both cannot do it together. She took the responsibility of bringing up the children and she inspires me, she helps me, she supports me. And I have 2 children. My elder daughter is Karishma. She is in US now. She is also married. And her husband's name is Vikram. My son is Parikshit. We stay together. In fact, he and me are partners in many of our health-related companies. He is a real estate guru. He deals with the real estate. He's got his own company. And my daughter-in-law, she's an engineer. I have 2 grandsons. His name is Kabir and Dhruv. And I feel that without Kabir and Dhruv, I am incomplete today. I have a lot of feeling of love and affection. Whenever I come from the hospital, I don't ask for my wife, I don't ask for my children, but I ask for 2 grandchildren. And it is these grandchildren, they push me to go to Gurdwara. So I used to go with them. So I enjoy everything with them because they are very inquisitive and I really enjoy their company in everything. So this is our family.
My husband, Dr. H.K. Chopra, wonderful experience with him. We have had our ups and downs in the sense we've seen good times and I would not say bad times, but sometimes with the family, sometimes with the job, sometimes with the money. But together we have overcome those and he has been an excellent support for me. He has never pressurized me into doing anything or into not doing anything. He lets me be me and gives me all the freedom to do whatever is good for me and the family.
Life is worth living. It's beautiful. It is beautiful only if you work hard. If you take life for granted, somebody else should work for you, then I think I am not the person. I enjoy working hard and I enjoy the day to be structured well and enjoy every moment of life. In Rotary, I do a lot of community service. When Harshvardhan was the health minister, government of Delhi, I did projects worth 3 crores. And I was very young those days. I collected a lot of funds from United States. I made a Rotary TV van. I created a mobile library. I created a Rotary library in Jamia Millia University worth 2 crores. Gave a lot of computers, a lot of books. I also created ICCU. I also created a blood bank in Mulchand Hospital, Rotary Blood Bank. So in 1 year, I generated 3 crore rupee contribution. That's why I told you, you're doing a very good job. Give me an opportunity to do something for you. It's possible. We should be thinking because you're doing for a community. If you do for a community, selflessly, that's the Rotary. And the second thing I learned from Rotary is art of speaking, freedom. It's very good. I was the president of the Rotary Club of Delhi South, and I really enjoyed the Rotary. And Rotary movement is a very good movement, selfless movement. You help the society. I feel everybody should be a member of social organization. I really enjoy challenges. If there are no challenges, I think there is no life. The only thing what I do when I take a challenge, I perceive the idea, I conceive the idea, I structure the idea and make a project and execute myself in a structured manner. And then I presume that this may be the outcome. It may or it may not be. But up till now, I must tell you today, with a great deal of confidence, I do not know what failure is all about. Even if it comes, I never realize this is failure. So that's a very happiness because I do personally myself. So I don't depend on many people. My hobbies are, most important my hobby is to walk in Lodi Garden. I love nature. I used to go for walking for almost 41 years now. And the day I miss walk, I thought I'm missing something. I want to be with the nature, with the flowers. I love flowers. There's a nice rose garden there. And I used to see the nice primordial sound by the birds. So that's really energized me. My greatest inspiration in life was Dr. Colonel K.L. Chopra, with whom I lived for about 27 years. He taught me many things in life, which I could never learn when I was a medical student, which I could never learn even with my parents, because my parents have 10 children. So paying attention to everybody was not easy. But Colonel Chopra, I used to go in his house at 5:30 in the morning, and I used to be with him till 11 o'clock in the night. So I will have breakfast with him, lunch with him, dinner with him. So Colonel Chopra was a great leader, a great teacher, a great orator, a great speaker, a great researcher, and a great human being. I get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, and when I was relatively young, I used to go to Lodi Garden every day in the morning, always wear goggles and have a cup of tea and go for a nice walk. Now because of my age, my son is there, Parikshit, he really helps me. 5 o'clock sharp, he provides me a cup of tea. And I feel that I'm fulfilling my dream through my son now. And I feel very happy about it. And after that, I do pranayam, yoga. I believe in chakra meditation. After meditation, I always read, interact with the hospital. By 8 o'clock or so, I'm free from all this. Then I read the newspaper and then take a bath. By 9 o'clock or so, I'm ready, take my breakfast and go to the hospital. And I come from the hospital now at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, but relatively young age, I used to work till 10 o'clock in the night. This is my daily routine. According to me, the COVID pandemic is like a global tsunami. A lot of people passed away. My appeal to everyone is we should not make this COVID pandemic as panic pandemic or like an anxiety pandemic or a worrying pandemic or a fear pandemic or a chaotic pandemic or a confusion pandemic. We all should work in an effective manner. And I firmly believe everything comes in life and go. So I think if we change our nature so that our DNA become very strong and these vibrations don't affect us, so that the pattern of amino acids which is there in the DNA is in a very methodical manner and nothing can move it. I'm still in the process of success. I don't call myself a success person because it's a continuous process. It's not a one-time effort. We can't say, oh, I'm a successful man. You have to keep on working. And that gives you happiness. I feel whatever you do in life, it gives you happiness, that's a success. So I feel very happy in whatever I'm doing a little bit. And I feel very happy when I do something for someone, especially girls. Yeah, I think I'm very fond of traveling, but my traveling used to be focused to a lot of conferences, meetings, discussions, and I'm very fond of addressing lakhs of people. I really love it. I'd been going to places all over the world. I've seen the whole world basically. I'd been to US, London. I lived in US for a long time, and every part of the country I've seen. Even Canada also I went for a short while, but mostly to US and to London, but maximum to US. And India, of course, I've seen all the places which are spiritually related, as well as from sightseeing point of view, whether it's Goa or Kerala or all hill stations. I love them. I have told you I'm very fond of singing and I love music, and I'm very fond of seeing movie where there's a love and compassion. I don't like movies where there's a lot of conflict or a lot of terrorism or a lot of fighting. I don't like it. See, Mohammad Rafi was a great guy to me. His songs I used to love, and of course Kishore Kumar. And in women, Lata Mangeshkar is no match to anyone. And I really enjoy their melody, then the way they used to sing is fantastic. कल रात जिंदगी से मुलाकात हो गई, लब थर थरा रहे थे मगर बात हो गई, कल रात जिंदगी से मुलाकात हो गई. I love singing, though I'm not a great singer, but I love it. The quality of best politician, from my point of view, is that politician who is devoted, dedicated his life selflessly for the country. And the best politician, from my point of view, was Mahatma Gandhi. There was no comparison to Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi lived till the age of 79. He was a walker, he was a pure vegetarian, and he did everything for our country selflessly. He was a real apostle of simplicity. I feel he was the best politician from my point of view. The best thing which I'll request my youth to follow, show them a path of devotion, dedication and hard work, and not going for a Mercedes car or big bungalow without working hard. Not selfishness all the time. They have to be selfless, and they have to be taught that everything will follow. They'll become rich. Their intention, their mindset should change, and the youth should be more disciplined.
Yes, we are all unique. We come and go. But these stories are legacy forever. Do share your story with Indian Story anytime, anywhere. And don't forget to subscribe our channel